Welcome us back from our hiatus. It's the Skids podcast.
Yeah.
I am Shane Kopke. I am here with Tim Gage and Kevin McNichols.
Yeah.
For show number, what is this, 226?
226.
226. Wow, we've done a lot of shows.
Yeah, we have.
We're blowing up, guys. We're famous.
Here's the crazy thing. We had a hiatus because Tim had a birthday. Yay, Tim.
Fuck yeah. 26 years old.
Yeah, you look so haggard for 26.
Yeah. It was awesome.
The hardest life ever.
It's all that Hennessy, man.
It is. Yeah, it keeps me young.
What?
Hennessy keeps me young. Shut up, dude.
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm 26 years old, goddammit.
Why do you have to lie? Are you a lady?
All right, I'm 46.
There you go.
I've been 46 for a little over a week now.
You should get your asshole checked.
I need to get that scope done, goddammit. Just right driving in, 7 states and almost 3,000 miles. It was a lot, dude.
Yeah.
It wore me out.
Well,
Yeah,
especially
I can
since
see
fuel
that.
prices are really low right now.
What was cool? Yeah, I had budgeted for $5 a gallon. By the time I got to Montana, it was $3.76. Colorado was $3.40.
Lucky
Wyoming was insane. It was like $3.20, and they're like, "Oh, that's expensive today." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is amazing."
Yeah, no
but there's
shit.
refineries everywhere. In
Well,
Wyoming.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every city I went through in Wyoming had a refinery.
Well, and on top of it, we have a state that we're in that even during the price hike for everybody, states were going, "Hey, we're going to get rid of the gas tax."
Well, not our state.
to help.
No,
ours was. Our governor's going, "Well,
We want more."
We'll think about it."
Yeah.
Like, why would you think about it? You just started. You gave a fucking income tax that we've never had before, and in our state
And
constitution,
should not have.
Yeah.
and in our state constitution says we will never have an income tax.
Yep.
They've done 2 income taxes now.
Oh, yeah.
One is
Millionaire one.
the millionaire one. That's the one that just recently passed. The other one was capital gains
Yeah,
tax.
the capital gains tax.
Yeah.
They don't consider that an income tax. That's
Dude,
income.
And dude, this state's starting to fall apart, man. Like Seattle,
Starting.
they're just chasing out Starbucks. Starbucks set up
Oh,
a
yeah,
brand
they're
new HQ in Tennessee, and they're like starting to move assets and stuff
I hear
over there.
Boeing's on his way out too.
Boeing was probably here. Boeing will be next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's one of the funny things that I've heard from them. We'll just have to fine them for leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
California's trying to do that, too.
California tried to do that
Yeah.
to people that moved.
Yeah.
They're trying to fucking.
No, you still owe us.
You still have to pay taxes for 2 years after you leave. That was
Yeah.
like their plan.
Yeah.
What?
no.
I don't live
No,
there. You
I
can
don't
go
think
fuck
so.
yourself.
Yeah.
This is like an ex-girlfriend being like, "Well, you still gotta let me see the cat." No, you're my ex. Get the fuck out of here.
It's my fucking cat.
Get out of here.
No shit.
Fuck.
He didn't like
Yeah.
you anyway, bitch.
Yeah, it's getting pretty nasty here in this state for
It
sure.
really is,
Yeah.
man. It's disappointing.
Well, you talking about the gas price? That's fucking insane.
It was amazing, dude. I saved so much money in gas and spend it on everything else.
Which is insane
Fucking
because you.
crazy.
I remember before it, you were just going, "Fuck."
Yeah, I was stressed about
I'm
it.
gonna,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
be so screwed.
I didn't want to. Honestly, I didn't want to drive all that, but actually, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, camping in the I have a little pop-up trailer that I brought with me, and that was fucking cool. You know, especially in Mammoth Hot Springs in Yellowstone, that was so fucking cool to camp there. But it snowed. I mean, that sucked. But we Mammoth was the only place that was open. The rest of Yellowstone still snowed out, so they couldn't open it
that
up.
sucks.
We went to go to the top of Mammoth Hot Springs, and apparently there was a naked bike ride that day.
Weird.
It was a pleasant surprise.
Random.
I mean, that happens in Portland like all
Yeah,
the
well, it
time.
happens
Yeah.
in fucking Montana too, I guess, or Wyoming, because I guess that's where it was at. But
That's a surprise. Wyoming,
yeah,
they had that? Wow.
Yeah, it got to the top. There's a bunch of naked hippies everywhere with bicycles up their asses and shit. It was fucking. Apparently, they rode the top loop, and
It's fucking
got
weird.
done,
I
yeah.
just don't. I don't see the appeal.
they were looking at us like we were the fucking weird ones
Yeah.
because we were clothed.
Well,
And
hey,
actually,
hey,
they
when
were looking at the
everybody's
fucking
naked and
springs.
you're the only clothed one, you are the weird one.
Yeah, yeah. It
No.
was,
I guess it depends. Are you at an orgy? If you're at an orgy, yeah, that's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Why are you being the weirdo?
but a
You're like,
naked
I'm a
bike ride-
voyeur.
Yeah, I'm sure they expected tourists to show up because there were a lot of tourists, even if it was off season. I mean, what I didn't understand is all the fucking Teslas going. I was like, why the fuck would you drive a Tesla all the way to
Yeah,
the top of
you
Mammoth
run
Hot
out-
Springs. There's no charging stations for another
Yeah, no
state
shit.
away.
Yeah, you run out of fucking electrical charges.
Yeah.
Fucked.
It was pretty fucking dumb. But no, that place is fucking cool as shit. I'd highly recommend if you get the chance to go check it out. It's beautiful there.
Yeah.
And the weather, aside from the snow, we froze up. For some reason, the propane froze up the first night.
Damn.
It wouldn't even kick propane because it got so cold.
Weird.
Yeah, it sucked. But I had a little portable heater we used, and it worked out okay. And then, the rest of the trip, Wyoming was tolerable. We went to KOAs after that, except the last night. I was like, this looks like a cheap place. It's called Love's. It's a gas station that has hookups. So we're in a gas station parking lot camping.
Oh,
I've done that before.
I've never done that before. My daughter was freaked the fuck out. Wow. Like, I'm going to get fucking murdered, Dad. I'm like, well, if it happens, it happens.
Well, we did that once going to ride quads.
Yeah.
We went down and we tried to find everything was fucking sold out. All the camping spots. The only thing that was open was camping on the dunes, and we were initially going to do that, but we got 30 feet out and got stuck. So we were like, well, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So we went.
Why don't we camp right here?
Well, we went to.
That's what I would have done.
We're
here.
We're
stuck. Why not?
Ended up going to like a McDonald's. We were initially going to camp there. Then we went back, and we were like, fuck it, we'll just camp on the side. And I guess cops rode by and didn't give a shit.
Yeah, Walmart parking lots are good for that too.
Well, it's because they initially at one point that was allowed 100% at every one of them. Some of them now don't.
Yeah, it's
especially
because
in the
people.
Northwest because
it's because people just took way
Well, didn't
too
we
much
have
advantage
somebody
of that.
fucking get killed at one that was camping?
Yeah, I think that's why they did away with it.
Yeah,
because
that happened over. No, the cops killed him.
They were still murder.
That's not murder. That's doing it. That's sweeping up the fucking trash.
That's taking out the roaches.
But no, I guess somebody had a confrontation. The cops came out, and the dude fucking went nuts, as they do.
Yep.
Camping in his meth van.
Yeah, well,
Fent will do that to you, dude.
Yeah.
we're the dead of Salt Lake City, and my daughter wanted to do a Fent fold in the middle of the fucking road. So yeah, we did that too. It's fucking great.
What?
A Fent fold. You know when someone's ODing on fentanyl and they just buckle over? So we go to the corner of one of the intersections there, in front of the fucking temple, by the way, Temple Square, and both of us just started buckling over like we were ODing
Like
on
craziest-
fentanyl.
A couple of fentanyl zombies.
Well, the craziest thing is to see those people that fold over the other way.
Oh, how?
Yeah.
I don't understand
Mine
it.
doesn't allow
Dude,
that.
I've seen videos of that.
I've seen it to where they're literally their heads almost touching their ankles, and I'm like, how?
It's like
See if I can't pull
they're
some up.
doing the whole Exorcist thing,
It's
you know, like
fucking
this.
wild. I don't understand how that happens.
I'm sure I could find a video.
Just
or something
type in
of
reverse fent fold.
reverse cowgirl, but it's the Fent fold.
I would have probably just looked for pictures.
Well, video would be a little bit better.
I mean, I don't.
There we go. There's one guy.
Yeah. So high on fentanyl. Look at that dude.
How low can you go? Look at
It's
him.
amazing that they don't fall over it
at him,
immediately.
dude. Look at
Holy
him.
shit. He would be good at limbo,
He's in
man.
fucking slides too.
Who is he?
Woo!
Hermes?
Let's see if we got another one.
No, that guy is doing other stuff. Yeah, you're not
No,
gonna
that's
find it.
stuff.
They're
This
gonna
is just
show you
random
random
shit.
videos.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool though.
Man, look at that.
But we
dude.
did
That's
actually
crazy.
see one guy in I think it was Colorado. He was holding the sign, and the sign he held it up the whole time, but he was buckling over. He kept getting the sign higher and higher above his head, and as soon as his head was on the ground, and he was still holding the sign up. I was like,
What the fuck?
somebody help him! I guess that's how Prince died. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Prince
I had
died
no
that
idea
way.
that's
He
how
was
it
on
happened.
fentanyl?
Yeah, he
David-
OD'd on
I thought he was on like Oxycontin.
David
and shit.
Bowie died that way.
Bowie was Fent as well.
Yeah,
huh?
and
He
same
was?
with
Whoa.
fucking God damn it, Tom Petty.
I thought Bowie died from like
We lost
cancer
Petty?
or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tom Petty died a while ago.
Tom Petty
I
died.
didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, it was
God
from.
damn it.
It was no D, wasn't it?
It was fentanyl.
Yeah. I didn't know that they were doing fentanyl.
It's in every
Yeah.
fucking drug now.
No, do
dude.
you want to
There's
know?
No way.
No, do you want to
It's
know why?
everywhere.
It's because these guys were all like fucking rock stars up on stage,
Sure,
moving
yeah.
around a lot, had terrible fucking hips, and Prince was from his hip. I mean,
Right.
He would jump off the fucking speakers that are like 8 feet high, in platform fucking shoes,
Yeah.
and fucking land perfectly while playing guitar. And it fucked up his hips so bad that he got onto oxys
doing it
and all
for
this other shit
35 years.
that they finally said hey, do you want to try this stronger stuff? There you go.
God.
And you got Michael Jackson propofol.
Propofol, yeah.
Yep.
He used it for sleep.
Yeah, he did.
It's a fucking anesthetic.
Yeah.
Well, that was doctor prescribed.
Yeah, the doctor did prison time for it.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Because he was prescribing it for sleep. He's like, here's your
It's like,
propofol.
this is what we use to put people down for surgeries and shit.
Yeah.
But
did you get a good
you need to get the 40 winks, so
Did you get a good rest?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. On that, you don't get fucking REM sleep. You don't get sleep.
No.
You're out. You're just out.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking
Can't tell if
insane.
he's alive or not.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fucking what. Yeah.
Well, wasn't
fentanyl's
the
everywhere.
guy from Friends? That was ketamine, wasn't it?
I'm not.
Matthew Perry?
Yeah, Perry drowned
I'm
himself
not-
on ketamine or
I
something.
don't
like
know.
I'm not sure.
I think he did. I think his was a mix of drugs.
That?
Yeah,
Little cocktail
maybe.
is-
Because
Yeah.
he had problems.
He was
for a
in
long
and out
time.
of fucking
Yeah. rehabs and shit.
all the time.
It's funny when it first happens, it's unknown, and then years down the road, it's it's fentanyl.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Well, it's because they got to do the tox support,
Michael
and then
Clark
and then
Duncan?
the families and stuff don't
He
put
died
shit
of
out for a
fentanyl?
while.
No, this was a cold.
He
They
just,
said.
I thought he just had a heart attack.
No, it was like pneumonia or something
Oh.
like that. He couldn't breathe because he's so goddamn big.
It was the pneumonia.
Fentanyl. It'll happen to the best of us too.
Yeah, it's
unfortunately.
Pretty amazing.
I can't
and
breathe.
Speaking of the fentanyl stuff, that Joe Rogan apparently got Trump to.
I saw him in
sign-
the White House. What was that?
Sign, He signed signed an executive order for them to review psychedelics like ibogain.
Yeah, and other things too.
Well, but mainly ibogain,
Yeah,
because ibogain, when you do a session of ibogain, which is like a 24-hour trip,
yeah,
and you do it in the right settings with addictions like fentanyl,
it can
and-
basically cure
well, it's
addictions.
80% effective the first shot,
Mhm.
right? A 12-step program is 6% effective
Yeah,
versus 80% effective, right? And if
Yeah.
you do it twice, it's well over 90% effective. So
here we go. Hit it.
90% effective on something like that.
I think this is Trump signing it or
Yeah.
looking it up.
Joe Rogan's right behind him there. Yeah.
in
The
a suit.
executive
no
order
less.
I'm signing, we're actually signing the executive order today.
Why is it such shitty
Is,
quality?
That
really a
doesn't
moment.
matter.
It directs the FDA to expedite their review
There
of
we go.
certain
Finally, Bufford.
psychedelics already designated as breakthrough therapy drugs. They're very much
Helps with
being
PTSD
discussed.
too.
And it's one
Yeah.
of the hottest things I think you're talking
God,
about.
this
Alex,
hair is
right?
fucking awful.
Nothing.
Jesus.
If
But
these
it's always
turn
been
out to
awful.
be
Somebody
as good
please
as
tell
people are
him.
saying, it's going to have a tremendous
Everyone's told him.
impact on this country and other countries too. These treatments.
Well, yeah,
are
Mexico won't be
currently in
getting
the
all the
advanced
money that they
stages
were
of
making
clinical
That's the
trials
other
to
thing
ensure
too. I'm
that
sure
they're both safe
that's
and
the whole
effective for
war
the
on drugs. Is
American
Mexico saying
patients.
no?
And the nice part is
Keep
we're actually
drugs illegal.
doing
We
this
need the
early,
fucking
but
money.
it has been
Yeah.
going
Well,
on.
they are a
Research has been
narco
going
state.
on
Yes, they are.
That's what I
quite
mean.
some time, but usually with things like this, nothing ever
You're
happens.
just rambling. You were
No
keeping
matter how
on
the
that or
research
what?
ends up.
But yeah, so it's. I mean,
They're gonna what they're gonna do is reclassify them.
yeah, and I mean, hey, it's a good thing.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of other things like
Well, it's legal
uh,
across the river now, isn't it?
I don't know about that. Maybe it's good. It's
Psychedelics?
Not this one.
no.
not
This
some
one's-
mushies you can get.
But it's
across
not
the
just
river.
for those. It's for like like
LSD?
microdosing and things like that can help people a lot with different things.
Not
and,
ibogaine. You don't
Oh, I'm not
microdose
saying
that.
ibogaine. I'm saying other psychedelics.
but-
like mushrooms, for instance.
But ibogaine, the main reason that he brought Trump or Rogan brought that to Trump was the fact that we've got such a huge fentanyl problem in the
God,
U.S.
yeah.
that
No.
that if you send one of
Just
these
opiates in general.
one of these
Yeah.
fentanyl zombie dudes to fucking one night of ibogaine, boom, they're back to normal, and there is zero fucking withdrawal symptoms from it, zero. So it gets rid of withdrawal, and it works for other addictions too. It works for like gambling. It works
Porn?
for probably not, but
Yeah, it's
I would
pretty
say.
cry how effective it is with
Yeah,
different addictions.
It works
you know.
for like gambling, for cigarette smoking. It works for fucking
Yeah.
alcoholism.
It's-
pedophilia.
No,
That's
that's
still the
usually
bullet.
we just
That's still the bullet.
Yeah, they said that what is that steel bullet?
Penicillin.
we just prescribe a 9mm
dose.
Yep.
one dose. That's
Yeah,
all you
It's
need.
usually
cures
all you
that.
need.
Cures it pretty quick.
Unless they have
Yeah.
a really thick skull.
Well, yeah, that's actually
45.
what
That's a
Andrew
real
Bus-
thing.
Andrew Bustamante was on one of the shows, or talking to somebody. I think it was Julian Dorsey, and he was talking about how Julian Dory, like he said the worst place he'd ever been was in Africa, talking to these people that were like leaders of like child soldiers, and they would fucking rape them and shit like that,
Christ.
right? And then the cycle would start again. You know, one of those that fucking ended up becoming the new general later on, continuing the cycle.
Jesus.
And
It's a rite of passage.
Well, and Julian asked him, he's like, well, how do you stop that? And he said, pauses for a second, wait, and he's like, the only way you stop, you got to kill them all.
Yeah.
You got to, you know, it sucks.
I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
You gotta, and the reason that came up was because they were talking about like
Nice pull.
they were talking about like how the Taliban. That's one of the things the Taliban does.
Yes,
is
they do.
They do that in Afghanistan. That's a huge problem.
Yeah.
And
remember
our
US
soldiers were
talking
told,
about
yes,
it,
our
yeah.
soldiers were told at the time when we were, teamed up with some of them, you have to just turn a blind eye to that.
Well, it's their culture.
Yep,
And they want to bring that culture here to the States.
they are.
They're trying their damnedest. California's on the cusp of it.
Yay!
UK is just fucking inundated.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have a book that says that it's okay to take someone at 9 and marry, or at 6 and marry them, and then consummate it at 9.
Yeah.
And that's from the prophet, who is supposed to be the most holy person
Mm-hmm.
ever in existence. That's not God.
Yeah.
When
It
that's
raises
part
some
of it,
questions.
yeah. When that's part of it,
yeah.
and and then you get people that trying to defend it that are like Muslim scholar people or whatever. They'll jump on. Well, I could prove that she wasn't this age, and then it'll be like, okay, she was 6 when they married, and then 9 when they consummated. You're like, you didn't prove anything. You just proved the fucking thing we've been saying.
Right.
That it's fucking
that
crazy.
doesn't make it any better.
They're like, well, in ours is it once they hit puberty, then it's okay. And
What
it's
the
like,
fuck?
That's the rule. That's their rule.
Yeah, maybe that a culling is what we need.
Yeah, but I've been
Yeah.
saying this
Yeah.
for a while on here. Like, that Islam's terrible.
Not all of them. There's some.
No, of
there's
course
No.
not all of them.
some- well,
But Islam, the fucking book, the word, all of it is terrible.
yeah,
There are worse religions than others. There just are.
That's true.
yeah.
And I hate it when people go, well, Christians are bad too. I'm like, I don't see Christians going around doing this type of stuff.
I don't either.
Now, Catholics maybe, but that
It's
was
still frowned upon in Catholicism.
well, it's frowned upon. They
It's
just
not
move-
allowed.
They
They're
they know that it's wrong. That's why they move them to another place.
with
Right.
more children.
Well, with more children that are deaf and can't speak up.
And, sometimes change their name, that
fine.
kind
Yeah.
of thing. And
I remember when they made a Nazi a pope. Remember
yes,
that?
they did.
Yay!
I mean, his last name was almost just Nazi. Ratzinger. I mean, it's like, dude, I think that guy was part of the Hitler Youth, and I think he actually was.
I think so. I forget, but I know he was connected with the Nazis.
Yeah. Well, now we've got an American pope, so that's
yes,
fine.
we do.
I heard them talking about the news today about some sort of organization that's been secretly paying off supremacist groups.
Yes, actually, we got a video. We got
Holy
it
fucking
up right
shit.
here. Go ahead and play this right here.
Good afternoon. Today, a few minutes ago, in the Middle District of Alabama, a grand jury returned an 11-count indictment charging the Southern Poverty Law Center with 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of bank fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. The SPLC is a nonprofit entity that purports to fight white supremacy and racial hatred by reporting on extremist groups with the goal of dismantling these groups. As the indictment describes, the SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism it purports to oppose.
There it is.
By paying sources to stoke racial
wild.
How
dude.
fucked
Isn't
up
it
is that?
crazy that we found out that
wild.
the whole
That's
trans
exactly
thing was
also
being
what the
pushed by
homeless
Jeffrey
situation
Epstein,
is.
and now we're finding out that all of the racial animosity was being pushed by these organizations?
just want to make sure I understand. You're
Yep.
alleging that the Southern Poverty Law
So that they
Center
could make
was
money.
paying the leaders of KKK and other groups to continue their operation?
I'm not alleging it. The grand jury returned an indictment that says that. And so what
It's a grand jury. Oh my God. Oh, here we go.
And my bosses insisted that we move out of the house for a
How the
week.
hell did they get
Notified
George
last
Lucas?
year by
Right.
a letter from a
Non-Hispanic whites proportion of U.S. population. Man, That's crazy. Remember that Mike Potok proudly kept a handwritten
Tell me that
record
doesn't
of the
look like
white
George
U.S.
Lucas.
population
Not really.
on his desk.
skinny
Which
George
other?
Lucas.
I mean,
oh,
vaguely.
bro. Oh, they
George
are
Lucas on
locked
meth.
in. It's Mark Andreessen, Elon Musk. Which other prominent NGOs are doing this? Exactly.
They use their donor network to raise money to purportedly dismantle violent extremist groups.
And here's a good question. Is more white supremacy and white supremacist actions, will it increase or decrease the people that donate to the SPLC? You're just paying this problem to continue, so you
Yes.
have a reason
It's
to
the
keep
homeless
solving
problem.
it.
Yes,
Southern
same
Poverty
thing.
Like
Law
the
Center
homeless
used
industry.
the money from their donor network.
They
to
create the
actually
problem, keep
pay
it going,
the
just so they can
leadership of
keep
these
on
very groups.
making money
I
off
just
the
wanna say
problem.
that
Yeah.
They used
Yeah.
to fraudulently raise
we
money
find out
by
that they
lying to their
actually
donor
made
network,
American
thousands of
History X
Americans,
also.
to go ahead and actually pay the leadership of these supposed violent extremist groups. Our investigation revealed that funds were used to facilitate the commission of further state
it for
and
1
federal
second.
offenses.
So that's
This
also
is
really
also what we do with fucking terrorist groups.
Yes.
We're right now paying the Taliban
Yes.
$40 million a week. A week. 40 million. One of the people that they're paying is Osama bin Laden's son.
Yes.
Sorry for
Yes.
your loss.
What the fuck are we doing?
Send them
Yeah.
flowers.
And by the way, these guys, remember the whole Charlottesville bullshit with the guys with the tiki torches and all that? SPLC paid for that. The Unite the Right movement, all that shit, they were paying for that. Even though they were the ones going, oh, we need to stop this.
Do you have the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song on there?
Dun, dun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I hope you have it.
I think I do, actually. It was one of the ending
Because
ones.
100% that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's
a
fucking
Curb Your
insane.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Like one of the plots for the show.
Yes, it really is. And it's insane that there's so many of these NGOs that are involved in shit like this.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, though, this is what we do. Like, I mean, this has been alleged that Israel. It's funny that I bring up Israel when this is played, but this is one of the things that Israel has been alleged to do. That they had been propping up Hamas in order to have a forever war with them.
Yeah.
So that Palestine never ever gets its own state.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We're all fucking sheep, gentlemen.
Yeah, Netanyahu's actually been on fucking recording saying that.
Like I
But
said,
he's still
I would not be
in
surprised.
charge. He's still in charge. And actually, one of the reasons that they keep going to war. One of the reasons that Israel keeps going to war and keeps bombing is because of the fact that if they don't, Netanyahu's going to have to go to his court case at some point.
Right.
He doesn't have to go to his court case if they're
As
in an
long as
active
they're in a war. Yeah.
It's the same thing with, like, maybe, I don't know, Zelensky.
Yeah.
Very similar thing there. Zelensky's getting super rich.
They don't need to. They can't do a election in Ukraine if they're in the middle of a war.
Well, and they can't do that in Israel either.
No.
Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're going to
Interesting.
try that here. Sorry, guys. Elections are fucking suspended.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't do it. We're in the middle of a war, guys.
It's like, wait, we've been in the middle of a war since, like, I don't know, 1812-ish?
And how many of those were actually declared wars?
Do you know what's funny?
Not many.
Do you know what the actual number is of years that we haven't been at war? What do you think out of 250 years?
Oh, God, I don't even
10.
know.
Close.
Hey,
How many?
what do I win?
17.
17 years.
17 years out of 250 years that we have not been in war.
That
makes a lot of money.
is fucking
What's
insane.
What is it? The best way to launder money?
No, it's a great way to
like
launder money.
well, like I think it was Smedley Butler. He said war is a racket.
That sounds like a made-up name.
No, it's a real name, real guy. He was
I think you made that up.
No, he was in World War I.
You made that up.
No, I didn't. He wrote and gave a very famous speech that you can
Benjamin
get in book
Ruggles
form. Yeah, he's got a weird name, but
Buttons McChops.
But he basically explained. He went through and explained in the speech how it all works. How the basically the money, how war makes so much money for governments.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
Well, yeah, it's a lot easier to get war bonds for one.
Well, I mean, look
All
what
right.
was
we
going
don't
on
do
with
that anymore. But
How much money?
But this
we were
guy was
sending
talking
to
about this right after World War One.
yeah,
Russia and Ukraine. I mean, that was funneling money like crazy.
We've sent
there,
I
dude.
think Russia, Ukraine. We've already spent well over $100 billion.
Yeah.
On that, which is insane.
It's ridiculous. Is that still going on?
You know
by
what?
the way,
Yeah.
or-
This is here's another one of the big problems with that war is we had like embassies and all this other shit inside fucking Ukraine, and they Russia's doing their exercises on the border at the time.
I remember that, too.
And remember when
Zelensky was like, I guess we're getting attacked next week?
Yeah. Well, then Biden goes, you know what? We're just going to remove all of our personnel from there. Do you know why Putin attacked? Because once our personnel are out, you can't injure anybody in the NATO agreements.
Yeah.
What is that rule? I forget rule number or something.
No, it's.
I think it's talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, no, it's that's Article 5 is where if a NATO is if they're attacked, then they all basically it's like you attack one of us, you attack all.
It's
of us
another article in there because Ukraine's not technically part of it.
No.
But if any NATO personnel in a country are attacked, it's basically the same thing that we all fucking are going to be defending Ukraine, but because we all pulled out, I mean, we just invited Putin in.
Yes,
that's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
No,
because this war is useful for us.
It's fucking so dumb.
So let's finish this video really quick because it's almost done. It's really short.
Because like the whole idea of they're just paying informants. No.
They attempted to hide their criminal activity.
Why would they do that? If they were just paying informants, why would they hide the activity?
They set up shell companies and entities around America.
Who does this?
So that the financial institutions that we rely on as everyday Americans were deceived in believing that money was not coming from the Southern Poverty Law Center in the perpetration of this scheme and fraud. This is a serious and egregious violation of a group that purported to dismantle violent extremist groups, but in turn actually only fueled the hatred.
I will not be thankful until those people are in a jail cell. Like, not on trial, not arrested. I want them in a jail cell. Oh, here we go. About 270K 10 years ago, give or take. Alex
Tommy Mommy.
She's pretty hot.
She is.
No. Charlottesville was a false flag run by SPLC operatives who hired actors to pose as Nazis. How? Who is he? Who is this guy? How does he know this? This is like, what the fuck? So Charlie Kirk from 2023, and he followed me. I didn't even know he followed me. Wow, the SPLC is a hate group. That's crazy. He got completely fucking vindicated.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The SPLC and a whole bunch of other NGOs are involved in this kind of thing.
I'm thinking Tucker actually might be right when he talks about the supra government.
Oh, I think he's right too.
So you know what the
nothing will happen of it all.
Well, do you know what the supra government is?
I've never heard of it.
Okay, so the supra government, you've got regular government. We think that like the president's the highest person in the land.
Oh,
right?
I've had this conspiracy forever.
Yeah, well, this is what the conspiracy is you have the leaders of states, countries, right? And then above that you have
the elite.
No. Above that you have what is called the
oil companies?
No, can you shut the fuck up?
Pharmaceutical companies.
Above that what you have is called the fixer class, right? So people like Jeffrey Epstein, things like that. Like these people that are super wealthy, super connected, can get you anything, anywhere, anytime.
Okay.
And then above that, then you have the elite. Then you have the people that run the real thing. So these people that are
the Waltons.
Probably not the Waltons. No.
The Wahlbergs.
All right, Jim boy. No, not the Wahlbergs.
What about the Wahlbergs?
I think it was John Boy.
John Boy. There you go.
What about the
John
ones
Boy.
that run Walmart? What are those guys?
They're assholes.
Yeah, I think they're the ones.
That lady is a cunt.
Yeah,
I think they'd fall under elite though.
No, these people are above that. What they
do they live in the clouds?
So the people that
no, I'm saying Walmart. The Walmart CEO, that would be like elite.
Nope. No, the people that would be considered the elites would be the bankers. These are the people that control all the money.
Right.
So the money,
Schwab?
if the money doesn't do, that might have been. I mean, I think Charles Schwab, isn't he dead? So
yeah,
no, he's not dead. He's too rich to be dead.
That's true. They just, it's like
you
that.
just become immortal once you get to a certain amount of money.
It's like
that blood, that special.
What's like the AIDS episode of South Park where they find out that Magic Johnson, the reason that he's alive is from fucking just stacks of money and sleeping on money.
Yeah.
So they started injecting each other with money and got rid of AIDS.
That's how it works.
But no, it would be the elite, like bankers, the people that are in super high connect, like the Bilderberg Foundation, like that shit.
Bilderberg Foundation?
The Trilateral Commission members.
The Trilateral Commission is another one. I mean, Epstein talked about all that shit too.
Oh yeah, he was a member of these groups.
The Trilateral Commission he was well known with, and on top of that, he also said that he was like one of the fixers for like the fucking God damn it, what's the one fucking name?
Rockefeller?
No, no, very Jewish name.
Spider-Man.
Nope.
Spider-Man. It always sounded Jewish to me.
No, the fucking the one that's everyone goes, oh, they're in control of everything.
God damn it!
Well, it's
I'm
Jews.
drawing a. Oh God, man! I know it's right on the tip of my fucking tongue.
Schwabedessen.
No, Schwabedessen.
Tim always adds something great to this.
I'm throwing stuff out. You guys are going. I'm giving words, dude. This is supposed to be a recorded show, not just a fucking. Well, it's Canterbury, the Canterbury Files. It's all about ball bearings these days, boys, brothers and sisters. That's how it gets done.
It's not about that.
It's about
the Rothschilds.
The
Rothschilds. There you go.
So the Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds.
I think in one of the emails, Epstein had said that he was like a fucking like a fixer for them.
Oh like, and the Rockefellers.
Yeah. But the Rothschilds was the one that really came out like that one because I think he was like good friends with one of the daughters or some shit like that.
Well, and I think it was one of them that actually became a mentor.
That
to
didn't
him.
fit at all. I think it was one of the daughters.
No. I know that, but I'm saying like I think her father became one of his mentors.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then the fact that you've got on top of that Maxwell, who was her father tied to like
we did that whole bit on everything.
Yeah, Mossad and everything.
Wild,
so much stuff,
dude. The whole fucking thing is crazy, but
nothing happens.
But here's the crazy thing: is it all fucking ties into everything that you're looking at.
It does.
That's why it's starting to get weirder and weirder the more information that comes out.
Yeah, because it's.
What's the redacted shit? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's literally become like a fucking movie conspiracy in real life.
Yeah,
and
this is why it might be a simulation.
It's
because they're like, all right, and add in the plot twist.
Yeah. They're all actually lizards.
Well, and then hearing recently that Hitler might have died in fucking Indonesia.
Yeah. Well, then there's also the Argentina theory,
the Indonesia one's even crazier. They actually have, and the local people say, no, this is Hitler's gravestone. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, he died here.
We can say that about anything, though, dude.
It's true, but...
Oh, and there, like I said, there are also witnesses that saw him in Argentina.
They've got photos of the guy, and it looks a lot like him.
Yeah. I mean, hey...
There's also that Cuban Pete guy or whatever the fuck.
The bones that the Russians had, the bones that the Russians had were not Hitler's bones.
I can't remember his name.
You know that they claimed that they had was not his bones.
Well, that's 100% not his bones.
Yeah.
They did tests on it.
Yeah, they did.
So the skull fragment from Hitler that Russia had,
it was a female.
They did testing on it, and after they did testing on it, Russia said, "Nope, we're never having this out again," because they proved that it was a female skull.
Yeah.
The other
Hitler
thing
was a female?
Yep. He was a drag queen.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Why
dude.
do you think
he's trans?
He was the first trans out in trans.
The first trans mass killer.
Yeah. Couldn't stand himself.
No, but so the crazy thing about the whole Russia finding Hitler's dead body is they claim that they found his body burnt, and then they went and buried it. Then they buried it again after
grave robbers?
No, they needed to move it. They didn't want a place for a shrine. You know, like when we got rid of Osama bin Laden, we didn't want a place for a shrine, so we buried him at sea. So then they moved him.
Right. That happened.
Then they moved Hitler into East.
He's on the beach with Tupac.
They moved him into East Berlin under a fucking concrete pad. Then again, they moved him again after that to another place where they buried him, and then they brought him to Russia after that to fucking have and keep hidden. And then they brought him out to prove that it was Hitler, and it was like, no, that's a lady.
It's not Hitler. Yeah.
It was Eva.
It wasn't Ava.
No.
Ava. Oh, well. Who cares? You know?
I do.
What happens?
Because, well, First off, that would be like the
What does
biggest.
that mean?
That would be the biggest failure
That'd be,
of international.
massive.
Well, it'd be the biggest
it's not a
failure.
It's a cover-up.
No, it would be the biggest failure of intelligence in the history of intelligence
Yeah.
when it comes to Israel, the United States, England, all these places that are supposed to have really good intelligence agencies.
Well, what are they going to do with the real bills? Like make keychains
Well,
out of
look,
it or something like that?
well, no.
If
The
he got
point that he
got
escaped.
away, if he got away,
Oh, okay.
That
so
would be
that's the
a
theory, is that he
massive
got away.
failure.
yeah, and he might have because they kept moving U-boats back and forth from Germany. All during this time. All during the time that we had fucking taken over.
Just to keep him alive, though, not to carry on the whole dream of.
No, it was to escape.
Well,
because he
yeah, no,
knew
they
that
were
it's
transporting
kinda
treasure
over.
and
Yeah.
stuff that they had stolen, and
I mean, there's an entire
resources.
There's a couple. Isn't it a couple of cities in Argentina?
Yes,
There's
that-
a couple that are 100% German.
and they are
They
literally
only speak German.
Yeah, and they literally a lot of these just Germans that escaped lived there, had children.
Well, didn't they
Their
catch
children
Hess?
had grandchildren. Yeah.
It was Hess that they caught in. Was it Argentina? Or was it?
No.
It was somewhere else in South America.
No, they caught him elsewhere, but because he got caught, I think during the war. Hess.
Oh,
did.
not Hess. I'm thinking or who was it?
It was so they. I know the Israelis. They killed Joseph Mengele, the angel
Okay.
of death in South America.
That's who it was.
And but they also got Eichmann.
That's
in,
Eichmann. That's okay. That's
South
the one
America
I'm thinking
or
of.
in Argentina.
They kidnapped him
Yes,
and brought him back
yes,
for
and
trial.
for Nuremberg. Yeah.
Well, so I think one of the reasons that they stopped doing that, although they still did that for other things later on. I mean, how did we get Munich? You know,
Yeah.
and a good movie out of it.
Great
but
movie.
Argo?
Argo is good.
That was a great movie
I like
too.
that.
Oh, that's not your reference.
No, it's not what
the
I'm
same,
referencing.
though, but good movie.
Again, bang up job.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, everybody. Keep us all on track.
I'm here to toss out things that mean nothing.
Because y'all start talking about boring shit.
I'm
theories and
straight
all
up.
that stuff.
I'm going to toss in non sequiturs to everything you
Goddamn
say.
right, dude. That's the only thing I can do on the show. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, throwing out names and places and shit like that. Who fucking cares?
But yeah, with Eichmann though, I think one of the reasons that Israel stopped doing it was because, or at least publicly like that, like big, kidnap somebody and take them away.
Yeah.
is because they got so much backlash for that you went into another country, not telling anybody about it,
Yeah.
and then fucking taking off.
But it's like, hey, motherfucker's a Nazi. I think.
No,
it's worth it.
I agree. But you also
Yeah,
gotta,
no,
you also got to remember there's some of these places though that were sympathetic to these people.
I know. Argentina. Mhm.
Indonesia apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
And Tim.
Yeah, it's a fucking crazy thing, and because I know that I've seen documents, declassified OSS documents where they were talking about how there were many people in the OSS that thought Hitler was alive. And OSS,
because
by the way,
that's not
that was
too
the
far-fetched.
CIA before they were the CIA.
Yeah, it could be because the CIA was initially ran by the Army.
Yeah.
And then who was it that fucking got rid? Was it Eisenhower?
I think.
Or was it before that?
I think it was
John C.
Eisenhower.
Riley.
I think it might have been Eisenhower.
Yeah, but they got rid of the OSS and then started the CIA.
Yeah.
And because they wanted it separate from military intelligence, they wanted something completely separate that was a civilian side version of that. And then now we've got the CIA and MK Ultra and all this other fun stuff.
Oh, and history was made.
Yeah, yeah.
It's still being made, Kevin.
Yeah. Okay, the
On this
rest
show
is history.
today.
Well, and to talk about MK Ultra, that could lead into the next thing. The 10 scientists.
This was fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
So, I know you guys got brushed up on a little bit, but I'm
I'm curious. From 2024 to 2026 now.
It's 2 years.
Right? Roughly two and a half, rough, give or take. There's been roughly 10, and actually there was an added one, 11 scientists
recently.
or people closely related to science of like jet propulsion, studies that lead like anti-gravity technology and shit like that.
It's impossible. Anti-gravity's impossible.
I don't know.
I mean, there's been plenty of people dying from it, and the fact that in 1956 is the last time that it was nationally talked about, and then everybody shut the fuck up about it immediately.
Disappeared.
And one day, all of a sudden, it's like this cutting edge technology, and the next day, it's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, and there's talking about cutting edge technology. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What oil?
Yeah,
what about oil?
That's what it was.
What are you talking about? There's oil.
There's also electrogravitics as well.
Yeah, that was another thing in there. But so from in 2024, so one of the problems with this whole thing is there's one person on there that does not make any sense whatsoever, and that guy was he was in a science field, but it was a medical science field, and he was working on cancer. He's the only one that does not make any sense.
Well, we
to
can't
me.
have any cures for cancer either. There's too much money.
No,
made on it.
look,
that's true.
His death might have been also a crazy, weird conspiracy.
Yeah, I believe it.
But it's not part of the same one, in my opinion. Since
Well,
it has
when you're
nothing to
working
do
out
with
an
gravity.
entire group, why not toss someone in there? Just take care.
Yeah, but I think that that's just bad reporting, in my opinion.
You go grocery shopping.
So we'll check this out because there's a good little breakdown of some of this stuff. Although I don't want to
hit
watch
the mute
whole
button.
thing here, but
You might want to hit the mute button.
There you go.
There you go.
Research scientist. This is what we know. He was working on
Bring the sound up a little bit on your end.
for Earth for the NASA Jet Propulsion Lab.
How?
Just as an overview
Over at
for
the
anyone
sound bar?
working. The
sound bar?
NASA Jet Propulsion
No, it's all the way
Lab
up
is a
fucking A.
nexus.
That's fine.
I thought it
is a
was
nexus
halfway.
where
God damn
at
it.
least
It's a
4
PC
of
that
these
I have. It's a
scientists
PC.
had
That's
some
fine.
connection.
I got it up here.
Frank Mywald, Carl Grillmar, Michael David Hicks, and Monica Reza. The NASA Jet Propulsion Lab does have connections back to the Air Force Research Laboratory, which was overseen by William Neal McCaslin. We'll get to him in a moment. From the Air Force Research Laboratory, we have another nexus that goes off, and that is Los Alamos National Labs.
Trying to get as far
So that
apart
everyone
from each other as you
understands like
can.
how these things are being connected.
She's kinda like odd AOC.
Largely through those two
little bit.
institutions, Los
A
Alamos
little bit.
and NASA's Jet Propulsion
she's a
Lab.
fucking alien.
So let's do this.
She might
Let's
be.
start.
She's like,
there.
shut the
Let's
fuck
start
up.
with
Yeah, we
NASA's
can't
Jet
She's a
Propulsion
lizard.
Lab.
We make sure
There
this
are
is going the
4
way I want it to
people
go.
Hey,
under
Will,
that
you're
umbrella.
saying words I don't
First,
like.
Michael David Hicks, working on deflecting
reptilian.
asteroids.
Michael David Hicks sounds like a
You're
serial
telling
killer.
me
Or a porn
that
star.
his cause of death, according to, did you say
We're a
the Los
country singer,
Angeles?
come on.
But it would have been like
yes.
Michael Havid
Medical
Dix.
examiner?
Yes.
Okay.
It,
Was
the Los
heart,
Angeles,
heart issues and morbid obesity?
yes, cardiovascular disease, morbid obesity, and it says the manner was natural.
Let's stay with the Jet
Michael
Propulsion Laboratories, which
Givendix.
will include
Michael
Michael
Givendix.
You mentioned the name.
Good call, Kevin.
Carl
Good call.
Grillmar.
You had your one for the
Grillmar
year.
is
You're
dead.
done.
Yes.
He,
Pack it up and go
is
home.
working on
All right,
infrared
I'm outta here.
telescopes.
See you guys
worked
next
to
month.
Find, I guess, water.
I like
on a
how
distant
we've also got
planet.
the Survivor
And he was
fucking
under
ad
the
on
Yeah,
the
there's-
side.
yeah.
Lab. So what details do we know about the
God,
death
they've really
of
been
Carl
doing that
Grillmar?
for 50 fucking
So Carl
seasons.
Yeah, but
was
seasons don't mean what they
reportedly
used to.
a
Season meant
genius.
year.
Your
Yeah, that's
ADHD is kicking in really fucking bad, guys.
Yeah.
I've lost about half of what these people are saying.
Okay.
We weren't going to get any of it anyway.
Well, it's true, but I'm
So-
still intrigued
We
by
could do
this.
this and still get something from this. You can't.
I'm one track.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Can we just continue what they're
Okay,
talking about? I
continue.
mean, what are they talking about?
They're talking about how all these people are connected through Los Alamos and the Jet Propulsion Lab from NASA.
Yes.
Okay.
And how they've either died or gone missing.
The one that the craziest one that's gone missing is there was this lady. She was with a group of friends on a hike, and one of the group, and she's about 30 feet behind everybody else. And one of the people in her group looks back and says, "Hey, blah blah blah, how you do?" Starts talking to her, and then like literally 2 minutes later, looks back,
She's
she's
just
gone. They go and search the entire area, can't find a fucking trace.
How much do they get paid?
Who?
The people that said they couldn't find her.
I don't know.
You want idea.
Ask them, Tim.
That
You should
kinda-
ask those questions.
What's fucked up is that kind of thing where people are like out hiking or whatever, and they're someone's behind them or whatever, and they turn around, and they're gone. That kind of thing happens. And
Stop it! You're playing on the side of the conspiracy people. The people that did the conspiracy.
Oh yeah.
Don't give them any fucking thing.
Oh, yeah,
no,
I
this
forgot.
never
They signed the
happens.
contract.
This never happens.
Yeah, it
That's
never
fucking
happens.
weird. Shut
Yes,
up.
he was a Caltech astrophysicist, and his death actually
He's got a crazy
it's awful,
fucking
but I really
voice.
think his death is separate.
And the fourth and final one under the NASA Jet Propulsion Lab is the one you've now teased us with, and you clearly have something to say. And that is
I
Monica
do.
Reza. Monica
I do.
I think it was Reza that
Director
was
of Materials Processing Group.
I don't think she knows what to do
who
with her
is
hands, so
missing,
she keeps
not
doing
dead.
things,
Not
kind of
told
like
you on television.
Will Ferrell and
Missing.
Talladega
I was
Nights.
going to say Talladega Nights.
That raises my eyebrows.
Shut up, Kevin.
much more.
Tim can't get this.
I've already lost.
That is exactly how I feel. One thing that I'm working on trying to independently verify here, and you can tell me if you think this is just sort of like, educated enough to speculate, but Monica Reza is connected to General McCaslin because of government funding on one of her projects. But this, when I say I've independently verified it this way through LinkedIn, she was contracted at Pratt & Whitney, which is essentially a government contract. And her LinkedIn says 1987 through 2012. Meanwhile, Neil McCaslin, he was at the Air Force Research Lab. Let me get this date. And that is May 2011 to July 2013. So they did overlap there. I don't know if they both were stationed at Wright-Patterson at the same time. I'm also trying to independently verify
Wright-Patterson is a place
that
that
connections there.
Huh?
So,
the aliens are there.
Yes.
That is one thing.
UFO
to sort of
whistleblowers
keep
and others
in the
have
back of
said
your
that that's
mind
where
as we
they
talk
keep
about
a lot
these
of stuff
disappearances.
like that.
But I've spoken now to two different sources connected to Monica Reza who did not work with her. They were part of this yoga group that I had mentioned on your show, and I was very shocked that Monica was training to become a yoga instructor. This is per two sources, and the yoga practice incorporated astronomy, not astrology, I'm sorry. Actually, let me make sure I'm saying that. Yes, astrology and Vedic sciences. So Monica was hiking
she was
in
one of
June
those
of
new age
2025
idiots.
in the Mount Waterman
She's like, look at my crystals.
area of California's Angeles National Forest. And it's huge there, Will. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of acres. I did not realize that. And I want to also point this out. When you're investigating missing persons cases or cases like this,
that must have been
really
the woman that
difficult
vanished.
to just sort of imagine it in your head if you've never actually been to the location that they disappeared. So it was important to me to sort of understand this area. So it's huge, but we know the specific coordinates she was at. She was hiking with a male companion from the yoga group, a female companion, and as I'd mentioned on your show, this terrain very steep, very dangerous. You really should not be running on this terrain, even if you're a skilled hiker, which Monica reported.
From what I've gathered from listening to like whistleblowers and shit, and people that do have like top secret, high security clearances. They tend to bug your phones when you do that.
Oh yeah,
and you have people that follow up on you, and
they've got handlers.
So you're right that this is possible that these people in her yoga class that she tosses out this yoga thing, and all of a sudden these two people show up.
Well, yeah, and
could easily be agents.
Well, and look, like people like John Carricow and others have talked about how when they're getting close to people that they want to find out or flip, they'll become their best friend.
Yeah,
and
that Asian chick that's up with the politician.
Oh yeah, Eric Swalwell,
yeah.
who's now just quit because he stopped running for governor because
that's right. He was fucking a spy.
Yeah. But now he got caught screwing some hooker, and
he was being honeypotted.
He was being honeypotted. Absolutely, Fang was her name.
Yeah, Fang.
Yeah, no bullshit. That was her name.
That was a real thing.
Yeah, but this guy just got caught.
Not even a cover.
Well, he just got caught being with some hooker, and he's got all these other women that are coming out like fucking sexual harassment, like rape charges, all this shit. So he just bowed out of the California governor's race. And this guy's a big piece of shit. He always has been. But now it's like fucking on the record, But yeah, that happened years ago, and they still let him stay in Congress.
I still remember the guy that was in Congress that he would go and hike the Appalachian Trail. But he was actually going to fucking South America to fuck this chick. And they ended up catching him, and then he just divorced his wife and married that chick. And he's like, sorry, I found someone new.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone was like giving him so much shit, and he's like, "No, he apparently found real love," which is kind of crazy.
Oh, how romantic!
It was actually a kind of a weirdly feel-good story by the end of it. It was odd.
Not for the wife.
No, for the wife. I
she
think
made a mint. I guarantee.
I was gonna say she probably knew. She knew. Ouch. But anyway, we could get back to this stuff.
So, but yeah, let's.
Reportedly was. Now, I heard yesterday from a source the male companion that she was with really liked to push the limits.
Push it
just
to
in
the
general,
limit.
seemed to be like a risk taker
like her limits
that.
of gravity.
So I'm thinking maybe it was his idea about the running, but they were running, I guess, or she was running, and he saw her look behind him. She was about 30 feet behind him, and then a minute later, she wasn't. He didn't hear anything. He didn't see anything. But
they killed her.
when he told law enforcement and told
what I thought
other people
Jamal
about,
Khashoggi
where
she
she was last seen, the coordinates, I mean, again,
as he's
I
walking
mentioned
with
it was
suitcases.
much closer to the road
Nah,
than
she's
we
just
initially
buried in
thought,
the woods somewhere,
but
probably.
The person I spoke
that
to
would have been
yesterday
found.
was like,
by at least
I have
animals.
been searching for 4 months. And Will, I have not said this out loud anywhere. I talked to him like last night. 4 months. I've been searching. We have a Facebook group with these grassroots search efforts. Law enforcement, obviously, they were searching
I looked
for the
at
first 2
Google
months.
Maps a couple of times.
This is so bizarre. Where is she? When you were looking in this one area,
Why don't we use that heartbeat
you would
sensor we
think
used?
After 4
Right, we have the
months,
technology.
there would be
I mean, she's dead, but,
something,
you know,
there's
it's not that
nothing.
it's that
I mean,
important.
it's,
We don't want
I
to
also
find
came
her.
across this.
They don't
Well,
want
there's
to find
certain
this-
people. You're right.
I don't even know
certain
it's a
people.
document, but I couldn't find the
That shit's
origin
fucking
of this
wild, though.
document,
We found
and
our
it
soldier
had sort of
heartbeat
like
sensor.
Yeah.
her
Technology
last
existed.
steps,
40 miles
let's
away.
say. And then there was something that this person, whoever wrote this, again, I don't know the origin, so if it's totally valid.
Ghost murmur?
But around 2:30 p.m. that afternoon, and she had disappeared or was last seen around 9:10 a.m. That morning. I guess other hikers possibly heard yelling or screaming. But again, I don't know if this is valid or not.
They might have killed her.
Don't
might have
kill
killed her.
me. I
Anywhere
won't
by
say
law
anything.
enforcement, by anyone, and I would think that would be somewhat important. And we haven't heard much about her cell phone pings either. I mean, it's strange.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I have a lot of questions, not all of which lead me to conspiracy. So I've done a fair amount of hiking.
Yeah, I
even
think
though
conspiracy is a lot
these
funner.
forests and these
Well, that's
national
why all
parks
of
can
mine
be
do.
hundreds of thousands of acres in size. The truth is, most people stay pretty close to some well-worn paths. Like, if you go hike, Yellowstone is huge. I've hiked a lot in Yellowstone.
I know that place.
You're on trails that are predetermined. Almost everybody
bunch of
is.
naked
Not
bikers
everybody,
on
but
that.
almost everybody is.
That's got to be weird.
I think they
Meaning
wanted to
one
be
of two
seen.
things. You will run into other people, or even if you fell off the
Like,
trail,
are you looking at my dick?
you
It
would
is
most
pretty
likely
cold
be
out.
within, some measure of distance from that trail. You wouldn't all of a sudden be off into the great unknown unless you were trying to be off in the great unknown in these forests.
That's the other thing. The other theory is she went
so
missing
that's
on her
one.
own to get away
Two,
from this
if
shit.
If she went missing
She
within
knew
a
what was
60-second
going
time
on.
frame where this guy is with her and then
Maybe.
he turns around and she's gone, did he not go back and look immediately? Look off the edge of the trail? Did she fall down somewhere down there? What's his role in all of this? Was it?
Well, I mean that's a good question. It's like you turn around. Your friend was there a minute ago.
Not there.
You turn around, she's not there. Yeah, it's like
She'll catch her.
you're not going to go
person
turn
was
around and go
last
back and call
seen
for
with
her,
her.
and
I have chosen to sort of keep that
I've done that in
contained. I don't want
airsoft
the
games.
internet to
Yeah.
turn on
Oh shit!
someone
Where's
that-
my group?
You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna go back
You know
and find
how-
them.
You know how
Yeah.
it goes.
I don't want to get shot alone.
you backtrack and
I
go,
know
okay,
this person
well,
feels very badly.
she disappeared
I know
here. Well, she's got to
from
be around here
sources
somewhere.
That her family
You'd
has
think,
kind of been
yeah.
like, why were you
I've
letting
even
her
done that
go
riding
behind
quads.
you if you were running?
I
and
just
this and
saw
that?
someone
Like, why
behind
would you
me.
do
Oh,
that?
they're
They
not
weren't
back there.
super
Yeah.
Turn around,
happy
find
about
them.
Turn around and
that.
go back. Yeah.
I think he's been looked at.
No, he hasn't.
Is what I can say, and I don't think there's anything nefarious there.
They just went.
Unless-
they just go,
Besides-
did you do it?
irresponsibility.
Oh, okay, cool.
And,
that's the
and,
thing.
you know,
Unless the
carelessness,
investigators that were involved looking for it on purpose.
I'm not sure. It just seems
made it sound like,
very
well, he
bizarre
didn't
that
have
she
anything to do with it.
Or the investigators also know the agents.
vanished. I mean,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all part of it.
They're
you know?
investigating themselves.
Yeah. Well, that happens a lot in government.
It does.
That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to see here.
The CIA investigated themselves and found that there was they did no wrongdoing.
It's a mystery. It will remain a mystery through the
What happened?
annals of
Somebody goes
time.
missing down the hill. You know, if they fell down the hill and they survived, could they have tried to hike
Yeah,
along
this
the
one's the
creek or
weirdest one
river
out of
or
all.
what?
of
Yeah,
those.
it is.
One of the other ones was
I just
a guy
think that
who.
Go ahead and
it's
hit
a little
pause.
weird.
A guy who
that-
was like constantly was talking about how he was fine, blah blah blah, and then just one night his wife was like, "Oh, he hasn't come up to bed. I'm gonna go check on him."
Yeah.
He walks to the mailbox and she's like, "Oh, okay, you're fine. You're gonna come up to bed." She goes back up to bed. He doesn't come back up. It's like an hour later. She goes down, can't find him anywhere, and then finds his fucking watch and all of his
just sitting there smoking.
No, all of his stuff is in the mailbox, all of it. And then he had walked somewhere and shot himself or something, and they found the body like a month later.
Shot himself 16 times in the face.
Yeah,
in the back of the head.
Yeah, in the back of the head.
And a note on him that said Bill Clinton and Hillary did not do this.
I have proof.
Yeah, I mean, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre.
And like I said, the one that you can kind of throw out is the cancer researcher.
Right.
I don't
right.
see how that connects.
I don't know how that connects either. And maybe maybe they thought there was a connection before and then realized that there wasn't one.
He's
but
still tossed
still
in there all the time.
Oh, okay.
And there's 3 in there that are not scientists that did not work on this stuff, but they all had high-level clearance.
Mm-hmm.
Like one was a janitor, one was one of the guys working on like painting something, like a contractor. And you have to get security clearances to do this in certain places. And what the theory is on those is they overheard something. Oh shit, they can't know this.
Yeah, take him
Let's
out.
get rid of
They
them.
gotta go.
The alien said so. Nope, he saw me. We got to take him out.
You can't see Greg.
Nope.
Greg the alien, he's not for everyone.
So, but I mean, yeah, it's fucking weird, man. And it's the more we find out about it, and the more it deepens, the weirder it seems to get.
Yeah, we're not going to go any further than this.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They're not going to do any more research further than this.
No.
Even if it is independent research, it's going to be squashed quick.
Here's my guess on how
More
they
than
went
likely.
to search for her. They walked into the woods and they're like, "Well, there's a tree. Yep, she's not by it.
She's not there.
Let's go."
Time to go. You know, it's kind of cold. You want to get breakfast? Yeah. Let's go.
No, we did our part.
Yep.
I looked at Google Maps twice.
So another thing. Now this is off topic because I wanted to kind of segue to the Iran war because I know we wanted to talk.
We've talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, but there's another video
Iran
because
war.
we're
What's
getting
going on with that?
we're getting kind of close to I think close to the end of the show right
Yep,
now.
we are.
So there is a
Spit it the fuck
popular
out.
plan that's been talked about what Trump and the government are actually doing. And we talked a little bit at the beginning of the show but I wanted to show this video where it goes through and talks about the plan that they think that may actually be going on.
Is it the one that
This is a theory then, or is this...
No, it's a theory, but it seems to connect pretty well to what's going on.
Look, it's the theory that I've thought of too.
And it really does make a lot of sense if this is what they're doing.
Well, because everything that we've been told with Venezuela, Iran, all this shit doesn't seem to line up once we actually do the thing.
No.
You know what I mean? Like Venezuela, we've been talking. It's drugs. It's he's tied to narco-terrorism, and you're like, they're the guys that sell dime bags. Why are we going after them when Mexico sells fucking pallets?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So really Venezuela though they're huge. They had a huge amount of oil. Like
that's why
they tried downplaying the whole oil thing too about Venezuela. Well, it's crude
Venezuela
oil. It's
had
oil
some of the most oil in South America.
Yeah,
no, they have the most oil reserves in the world.
In the world. Oh, thank you. That's even better. There you go.
Yeah, we all kind of knew that when Trump took office.
Well,
he loves oil.
Well, here's the thing that was I thought kind of funny is
Oil runs
right
the world.
after we captured Maduro, first off they dropped all the narco charges immediately once he got fucking indicted and all that shit.
Yeah, he's living in paradise now.
Yeah, and it's 72 virgins. But Trump almost immediately after was like, "Yeah, we're gonna keep the oil," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. We're like So we did it for oil. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. We got to test out a new technology.
Remember the donated oil boat from Iran? They gave us as a show of good faith.
Yeah, that we fucking just captured.
They gave us a whole tanker of oil.
Well, we
took
captured another ship today. They were trying to run the blockade, and we fucking fired on it, disabled it, and then just took it over.
Thank you.
Yeah, one of them wasn't one of those ships supposed to go to Russia or something
Probably.
like that? Yeah.
That's what the whole reason we're stopping the
No,
fucking-
This
exactly.
is a.
Well, so
I
what?
don't know
This
if
is
it's AI video or not, but it's based off of a Chinese, a CCP professor, people are calling him. I don't know if that's accurate, but a Chinese professor who refers to this as game theory, game theory number 18.
100% what's happening.
Speculation as to what Trump's
I think
plan
so,
really
too.
is. And I find it interesting, so let's listen.
Okay, so what if Trump is not an idiot? What if losing the war in Iran is exactly the plan? Let me show you something the media will never tell you. So everyone is saying Trump is destroying America. He is fighting an unwinnable war in Iran. He is threatening to invade with ground troops. He is pissing off NATO by threatening Greenland. He is picking fights with Canada, Mexico, Denmark, Colombia. JP Morgan says the world will run out of oil by mid-April. The global economy is about to collapse. Trump looks like the worst president in history, a complete buffoon, right? But what if that's the whole point? What if Trump wants to lose the war in Iran? What if he wants the American empire to collapse? What if he wants to destroy the global economy? Then he would be a genius. Let me explain. Right now the world gets 20% of its oil from the Middle East. Japan gets around 75% from the Middle East. India gets around 60%. China gets around 50%. Europe is also heavily dependent. But here's the thing, oil is not rare. Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. Canada has massive reserves. United States has massive reserves. Trump just took over Venezuela in January. He's threatening to take over Canada. You see where this is going. If Trump closes the Strait of Hormuz by fighting Iran, the Middle East oil stops flowing, but North America is still pumping. Suddenly Europe, China, Japan, South Korea, they all would need American oil. And not just oil, fertilizer too. The nitrogen for food production also comes from the Middle East. If that's cut off, where do they turn? There are only two options, North America and Russia. Trump is making the entire world dependent on the resources he controls. Now here is the genius part. Who owns the most US debt? Who's financing America's $39 trillion? It's Japan, China, Taiwan, South Korea, UK, France, Belgium, and Luxembourg, the same countries that need Middle East oil. There's been this fear that these countries would stop buying US Treasury bonds, that they would move to gold or Swiss francs, that America's Ponzi scheme would collapse. But now they need American energy. They need American resources. They can't abandon the dollar. They are trapped. Trump just turned America's biggest weakness, its debt, into its greatest weapon. By starting an unwinnable war in Iran, he's forcing the entire world to depend on North America. This isn't new. Putin already proved that this strategy works in Ukraine. Russia has been fighting for 5 years. It's a slow grind, but it has restructured Russia's entire economy around war production,
That doesn't make any
drones,
sense. We haven't done the
ammunitions,
show
and
for
military
5 years.
manufacturing.
Yeah, I was gonna
Russia
say,
went from importing
it
Iranian
the Ritz
drones
was
to
like-
making their
that
own,
was like
and now
60 or something
exporting
like
them
that.
to Iran.
I 30
Putin's plan
something,
was
but
that
yeah.
the world is collapsing anyway,
Early on.
so why not build a fortress, make Russia self-sufficient, control the resources,
It's been like
and
4
weather the
years.
storm.
This is what
America
Putin
saw
has
this
been
and said,
doing.
we can do the same. Greenland for rare earth minerals, Canada for oil and resources, Venezuela for oil reserves, Mexico for manufacturing, Panama Canal for trade control. So maybe Trump is not being reckless. He is actually building a self-sufficient North American fortress while the rest of the world burns. So yes, Trump looks like an idiot. Yes, he's losing the war in Iran. Yes, he's destroying the global
that's the
economy.
thing, I don't think
But if
we're
the goal
losing
was
the
to
war in
end the
Iran
American
at all.
empire
No,
and rebuild
I-
it for
I think
Americans,
it's controlled.
to make the world
Yeah.
dependent on US resources while everyone else collapses,
I
then
think it's
Trump
to
might
keep
go
the
down
war
as the
going.
greatest American president in history.
I
Maybe
agree.
the New World Order is dead, and maybe we are heading towards a Trump world order. Well, what I will say to
So-
all of that is the one thing
Okay.
is true, because we have discussed.
So, based on
It's not quite what I was saying, though.
no,
It's a little different. What I was saying is that we're doing this to not to make prop us up, but to dismantle Russia and China
Yeah.
from taking, because China and Russia both had big fucking like leasing options with
Yeah.
fucking Venezuela with the oil, and then same thing with Iran.
yes.
So I think that it was more of a strategic move to stop the production in Russia and China
Yeah, no, I agree.
versus trying to prop us up.
So- that would
However,
piss off a
I
lot
think
of
that
countries,
this
so.
will
I
prop
know.
us up. This if it goes the way
Yeah, it
that
makes
this
us a
plan
fucking
is.
target, though, dude.
Yeah, nukes will be a lot easier.
That's
to
what
wanna
I'm
throw
saying.
at us.
That's scary shit because other countries are like, wait, what? No, we're not allowing that. They could fucking.
Well,
blow us.
what most countries can't do shit against us.
There
Yeah,
are
that's
those
true.
that can, though.
It's mostly the ones that we're fighting
couple.
against, and that would be Russia and China. That's basically it.
Yeah.
What else could do it?
And China's not. China right now is not as powerful as they have been.
No, their
buildings are made out of clay.
Posturing, yeah.
Well, the thing
paper
about
mache.
The thing about China is like they have one aircraft carrier, right?
We have like 20 something.
We have 11.
Oh, we have 11. Oh,
so,
okay.
I mean, we're 11-1 on that.
But we also have the largest Air Force. We have the largest Navy.
We don't have the largest Navy. That actually I think is China.
China?
Yeah, they have more ships.
Okay, well
we have better ships.
We have better ships. But what was I sent you guys a video a while back ago about the UK.
Yeah, we didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured you wouldn't.
If I see it from Kevin, I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
The UK,
it takes 35 minutes of fucking time I can't get back.
It talks about how weak the UK's military and navy is.
Yeah,
like
they used to be number
one. They now
on Navy
almost entirely depend on us.
Yeah,
they have a tiny navy now.
Well, here's the weird thing: is Trump's now making a new battleship called the Trump class. Of course, right?
Wow.
We haven't had a battleship since the 50s.
You get them so upset that they join forces against America. That's scary.
Shit, but the thing is, though, there's so many countries that would never join forces. Like, you'd never see the European Union or the UK join with Russia.
No, because they're so against Russia that they will not do that.
They're against them to a fucking fault. I mean,
so they'd rather bow to the Trump throne than to
damn right they will.
Yeah, look, it's I think still taught. And on top of it, Russia did control a lot of the Eastern Bloc countries. Yeah. They controlled Germany or parts of Germany. Mm-hmm.
I mean, famously, it was cut east and west.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember going to school with a chick that was an exchange student from Berlin.
Really?
She was from Berlin, so she grew up with that.
With the Stasi and shit.
Yeah. Ooh. So, and this was in probably like 96, so I mean, it had been like fucking, 7 years.
Yeah, it was 91 when the wall fell.
I think 89.
Was it 89?
Was when the wall fell. 91, I think, is when Russia actually fell.
Oh, you're right. No, I was wrong. Yeah, you're right. 91 was when Russia fell. Yeah, or Soviet Union, yeah.
So, in 89, I mean, she grew up, like, her whole childhood with the fucking East-West, the wall, everything.
Crazy times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so yeah, I mean there's a lot of history in Europe that they do not like the Russians at all.
No.
I don't know how they feel about Chinese people or the government of China.
I don't know.
But Russia definitely is number one on the list of like, no, fuck them.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at places like Poland. Poland was completely controlled by fucking, Czech Republic or whatever it's now. Is Czechia now, I think? Just Czechia? Because it's changed its names about 17 times since my fucking childhood.
I don't know what it's actually called right now.
I think it's just Czechia.
Czechland.
But it used to be Czech Republic.
When we were growing up, it was Czech Republic. Yeah.
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia.
That's what it used to be.
And Czechoslovakia,
Czech
Republic.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
But I mean, all those Eastern Bloc countries absolutely hate Russia.
Oh yeah,
most of them that the second they could, they joined NATO. Mm-hmm. So when the Soviet Union fell and all the satellite countries ended up becoming independent because of that, they still had this big stockpiles of Russian munitions and shit like that. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Ukraine had nuclear weapons. Mm-hmm. Ukraine didn't make any nuclear weapons. Russia moved them in because they were like, these are closer to Europe. And we did have that big Cold War thing that lasted like 60 years.
Yeah, and and now also Russia, for instance, the only thing that they really have that prevents us from,
is nukes.
Is nukes, because their military and their military status is nowhere near ours.
Well, it's getting depleted, thoroughly as it goes.
Yeah, but they've also switched a lot of their economy over to war production and army and stuff. So they are building things up.
Yeah, because
so there is something in that video.
World War,
there is something in that video that is
already.
There is a part in that video that is correct about Putin switching the economy over to like war production and focusing on war and all that
he knows
stuff.
What's up.
Absolutely. Well, he's also, he's in the war with Ukraine, but he also knows he's got to strengthen Russia.
So one of the things I saw recently was that there's people that actually, like, we've talked about it on here before that there have been people that say that since like 2016 we've actually been in a world war.
It just hasn't
it hasn't popped off in the way the other ones have. Mm-hmm. And there's more and more evidence as we're getting, further and further along that we might actually be in a global conflict because of the fact that you've got Russia in Ukraine, we've got us in Iran, Venezuela. I mean, like, there's other areas that are fighting too on top of that. So, I mean, like,
the only thing is,
we just haven't had a line drawn where this is one side, this is the other side.
Where does it pop off? Greenland?
We don't know.
No.
It could be
definitely not.
Honestly,
Greenland.
it could be
any other dumb fucking things
time.
you want to say this episode?
I would say it's gonna pop off in Jamaica.
Yeah, you're Jamaican me fucking crazy right now. You fucking cocksucker.
Yay! Well, what time it is then? Well, that's such a terrible pun.
I know, it was a great pun.
Kevin, you want to close us out?
Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the show, and our all impending doom to either World War III or AI. It's one of the two.
Yeah,
one of the two.
I think AI. I think we're already doomed from AI.
Yeah, well, and who knows? Maybe AI saves us from the actual World War III.
Or just takes us over during World War III.
That would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, goodbye, everybody. Peace out. Thank you for listening.